Yo.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Happy day, night, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is when you watch this video. Hope you're having a great day so far.
You know what to do. So, man, this is another reason as I start opening my mind to understanding more and more on conservative ran cities and Democrat ran cities. And this is a prime example of, if you look at cities that are ran predominantly by Democrats, have some of the worst and nastiest crap going on ever that's allowed, and it's not dealt with. But the people that allow this crap to be dealt with would never step 2 feet near that, or let their family members be 2 feet near that.
Of course.
Or they're going to live so far away from it and have so much security and protection around them that the same people that they allow, they would not let them be in there 100 yards of them.
Right.
So
yeah,
let's get it, man. So this is apparently this was this is San Francisco, and San Francisco's got a drug crisis going on, and the meeting was interrupted by boos and shouting and bricks thrown in the crowd because I guess the mayor, they were like, what are you talking about? This bull. Look how our streets are. Look at these people.
At the city.
So let's
go. Wow.
Oh, I'm Sarah Donchi. Everyone agrees it is bad, terrible even. Few people agree on what to do about it. Open-air drug markets have consumed part of downtown San Francisco, the very same place where you just saw the mayor and top city leaders meeting today to announce their plans to address it, or at least they tried. The meeting was outside in the middle of UN Plaza, and it got contentious. But here is what our cameras caught right around the corner, steps away, that you won't see on other stations tonight.
Wow.
Is that in the neck?
That's sad.
Jesus.
These people really have some things going on that make them, resort to this.
Is he smoking out of hot Takis? Look at that. And look at him.
All that rampant drug use in
Frozen.
plain view, we spotted what looked like a young girl in a school uniform walking right on by there as people were smoking and shooting up. And we saw this man out with his baby strapped to his chest in front of the very same thing.
That happen.
So let's bring in Betty Yu. Betty, this was all steps from City Hall, we know. Just where the mayor got shouted out of a public forum about this same subject.
That's right. And this was a very long planned and rare meeting that didn't last very long at all. It took place at one of the worst drug hotspots in the city, meant to draw urgency to the drug crisis and deteriorating street conditions in San Francisco.
I run into people day in and day out in the Tenderloin, and they say, London, we would have never been allowed to get away with this stuff back in the day. And the fact is, it's time for a change. We want to give people help, but we will not continue to allow things to just occur as they have been.
Mayor London Breed spoke forcefully as she called for a tougher approach to dealing with the brazen open-air drug crisis during a special session held at UN Plaza, the epicenter of the problem. It wasn't hard for our cameras to find people openly using drugs nearby, in the shadow of City Hall.
I think they should give us housing. You know what I'm saying? There's 276,000 millionaires in the city.
The off-site meeting was called by...
And what that got to do with you? See, I can't stand a mindset. And then I know that mindset ain't nowhere near. But you're like, that's how Democrats look at stuff. People supposed to fix this. No, this is a bunch of individual problems.
Support. I agree with providing you support.
But not
for an
taking
extended
care
amount
of you.
of time. Right. There, but what makes a person think that it should be a community issue based off of your choices or your lack thereof, certain choices?
Yeah.
I understand people fall upon hard times. You need support. There are certain things that people, situations, experiences, circumstances, trauma happens to people, and everybody doesn't handle it the same way. And some people it's so overwhelming they have to tap out. So what they do, they resort, to drugs, alcohol, drug, whatever, to help alleviate the heaviness, the sadness, the anxiety, the guilt, the resentment, whatever it is. And like she said, we need to get them help, keyword, help. Support. Not alleviate and not and help solve your problem, because that's what part of support is, to help you solve your problem but don't just dump on me. And now you want me to take this on and pay for everything.
Yeah.
For the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
No. Absolutely not.
Supervisor Aaron Peskin, who said while the problem isn't new, it's become so visible many San Franciscans don't feel safe. Within minutes, the meeting turned chaotic.
So my question to the mayor is, will you now, as we do...
Peskin had just begun to ask the mayor to set up an emergency operations center that would coordinate city agencies around shutting down open-air drug markets within 90 days.
And in fact, our local resources have increased, but it has not dealt with the problem based on the magnitude of what we're experiencing.
Protesters quickly shouted down the meeting, and witnesses said someone threw a brick, injuring a teen, before being subdued by the crowd and police. The meeting was moved to City Hall.
We are proposing changes to our state law, and we will be enacting local programs to try to end this disruptive behavior.
The mayor also spoke passionately about the next generation growing up in the city.
Why should someone else's rights be put before their needs and their safety and what they deserve too in a place like San Francisco that claims to be so compassionate and liberal? What about them?
Okay, obviously a lot of tough talk from Mayor Breed. We've heard that from her before, to be clear. What is her plan to actually get this into action?
We heard some specifics today. She urged the board to work together to approve her public safety budget and also support programs and legislation, even at the state level, to change our laws. She also asked these supervisors to support arrests for those struggling with drug addiction, even especially when they break the law.
Okay, Betty.
Need support, centers, housing. It's like, where do you go? I have to shout out the government officials who really seek to want to solve these massive state problems that trickle over into world issues. Because what do? I mean, they come together, they brainstorm, and have to look at a series of things. We on the outside looking in, see it from a perspective of a drug homelessness and drugs and trafficking and all that. But there are other things that, they have to consider as well when they attack these issues. We just want them to, we just need you to go ahead and get these centers up. We just need you to go ahead, paying, where is this coming from, who's funding this?
There's a lot involved
employees.
in that,
Now you got to get the right people on staff who's trained and to be able to handle this type of crisis, because it impacts them too. It impacts too. Counselors need counselors. Therapists need therapists. But it can be done if you have the right minds and the right people who truly want to help people, who have right intentions to get this thing done. Is it going to happen overnight? Well, of course not. But let's have the discussions and let's move. Let us work together to see some things incrementally done, faster.
Yeah.
Because that's, you do feel sorry for them. But also when we reacted to that video where that guy was going out there interviewing some of these homeless people, the girl said, it's a choice. She said some people are over here on hard times and other people are choosing to be here.
Yep.
So how do you discern someone who's choosing to be homeless because they don't want the responsibility of being a productive citizen in society? Because when we talked with that homeless man that time, he was like, he cool with living on the street.
Oh my God, two people like that. We ran
and
into.
it was just like, wow.
He said he loved it.
Because why? You're free of responsibility. You have no bills to pay. You don't have to worry about anything.
Nothing.
You still smelling and stinking, looking, dusty and dirty, and that's okay with you.
And
I don't understand that.
You just go across the street.
I don't understand that. How you can be okay with that as a human person, that God created you for so much more, and you're okay operating and vibrating at that low level. That's wrong.
The Bible say the poor will always remain around you. You're always going to have people that's super lazy and super who don't mind being out in the street, who choose to be that way.
Now, they still need help. But, okay, what do you do? How do you give them a little bit of help for a short amount of time to say, okay, well, we're going to help you even though you don't want to be, you choose to be that. You still need to live somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you help this person. And then if they refuse it, then you'll have, so is that ever going to be corrected?
Right.
And then you have those people who, trauma and tragedy and circumstances and situations have come upon them and they have befallen to that lifestyle, and it's, horrible, and they really want to change, but it's hard.
But I want you to look at that. Look at a state that's red, and look how it's ran, and look at a state that's predominant blue. Look how it's ran. It's night and day. Look at it. Look at the state.
What is the homelessness in Texas?
That's the one you read my mind. Stop reading my mind.
Texas and Florida. What is the homelessness level there?
It's different.
Because we just learned of a whole city where it's nothing but homeless. They got tent city.
Yeah, that's it. That place is called Los Angeles.
What in the Sam Hill is going on?
The homeless, they have so many homeless apartment communities that they've created with tents out there where they charge other homeless people rent over there. They got mailboxes for homeless. Like they have full homeless communities in LA. And I feel for those people, but they'll have a full community next to a nice apartment complex.
I feel for those people who have fallen upon hard times
and want to get out of it.
Yeah, and want to change, but it's they're having a hard time doing it, or the resources aren't available to help them as of yet, or whatever that situation is, because it's a cobweb full of situations and circumstances.
Yeah.
But for those people who are choosing to live that lifestyle because they want to lack responsibility to be a productive citizen in society, then I don't feel sorry for those people.
Yep.
It really frustrates me to see that we still have to take care of those people who don't want to take care of themselves.
That's tough.
Trifling with a capital T. I'm just saying. Those are the people that I don't feel sorry for. The other people, I have definitely sympathy and empathetic, because that's why that's one of the ministries that we give to. And since we got out here, we're just like, oh my God, look at all these homeless people. It was in Georgia, but I didn't understand and didn't get it. And I still help those people in Georgia, but not to the magnitude of how we are here, because it's a different ball game. California, moved out of LA and we've moved to the further out of the city. It's like when we go to LA, it's just like continuously multiplying with homelessness.
Tenfold. And I don't understand why you pay 4 times the rent and then you have that going on. LA's cool, but it ain't that hot. But I'm tell you what, to be honest with you, being truthful with you.
I'm curious, I definitely support the things that government want to do to try to help these programs in place to help thwart and reduce the number. Is it ever going to be alleviated? I honestly don't know. But to lower the number, get more people help, create more jobs, that's where it's at.
Right. All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive.
But comment down in the section below if you want some more.
And we ain't judging. We just saying.
Just saying.
All right, man. We'll see you on the next one, man. Hit me.